construction for 2,000 years ago. It can be only a temple, a huge palace, or special synagogue in a town in Galilee. It's weird. It's not fit to this place. If we find the synagogue in Jerusalem, it's okay. But in Capernaum? Why? Because Jesus came here? Or maybe he came here because he knew that there is a big synagogue, special one here? I don't know, it doesn't matter. But they did something special. Lately, we face a new tradition. It's really new. To put the notes in the stones. You see that? Like in the Wailing Wall?
Yep.
I never saw it. I never seen it before. Now I see it in every place in Israel. In churches, in antiquities, people put the papers on. Wishes. Okay? Now I find a lot of Christians, they put the papers in the Wailing Wall. All along the history, Jews did it. I've been in Peru lately, and the priest over there said, "Oh, will you be in Jerusalem?" I said, "Yes." So we arranged 40 little people for 40 families, and I promise, and I'm going to do that, to put one by one for those Catholics from the village in Peru in the Wailing Wall. So this is a new tradition, join the old Jewish tradition, that's it. But the newest one, that you don't have to go to the Wailing Wall. There is a fax and email service. I'm serious. And yeah, you get
Fax and email service.
yeah to the Wailing Wall. Yeah, and they do the service for you. Okay, back here to Capernaum. This huge synagogue, built in the best Roman techniques. The pillars, the tiles, we don't use tiles in the Holy Land, it's not local. This is Roman culture. We adopt the technician. We adopt those idea of wide open space from the Roman, not the sculptures, not the inside. Okay? Okay. This is a Galilean synagogue. The Galilean synagogue usually is big. This is bigger than others, but simple from inside, because you can see the floor. This is not the real one, but there you can see the real floor that stay here for 2,000 years. People were here, maybe Jesus stepped on those stones. Those are the original. Very simple, but the construction from outside is beautiful, from the lintel to the decorated stones above, whatever, it's beautiful. In Judea we had other kind of synagogues. They were really small, very simple from outside, very rich from inside, mosaic floors. Tomorrow you're going to see one like this, beautiful mosaic floor. So we have types of synagogue. This is considered to be one of the earliest synagogue. You know why? Look, there are 3 gates at the facade. Okay? Synagogue is looking where to?
East.
East? Why east? We are not in Canada. Jerusalem. Now here it's south. In other places it will be east, you're right. But it's looking for Jerusalem. So here you pray direction to Jerusalem. From that nice 3 doors or gates, you see the view on the way to Jerusalem. It's really nice. They were praying that way, right? Yeah. But let's say that Friday night, we accept Shabbat, Friday night, we go to the shul, and we pray, and then we say, Modeh ani lefanecha. We have to bow down, right? Modeh ani lefanecha. Lefanecha, in front of you. Who is you? God. From Jerusalem. You, God, there. Modeh ani lefanecha. But the same minute, Esther, she's always late. She's coming in. I said, Modeh ani lefanecha to whom? To Esther? I'm trying to imagine. No. So they discovered that it's not practical to have the doors at the front. Then they changed, and the door exactly like in a church, the back, or sometimes from the side. So whenever we find a synagogue with the door at the main facade, we can sign this is early type of synagogue. This is the one that Jesus was here. Okay?
So I'm just thinking of for a second, time, Torah, Tetragrammaton, and I thought of myself, when Yeshua walked in here, and they would have had an opportunity for someone to read, I think we find in the New Testament sometimes where he would actually read. So I'll tell you guys a secret that most people don't know. When he would come to read, he would not open the book of Matthew. They would actually open the scroll, and he would read. Bereshit bara Elohim et hashemayim vayet haaretz hayta tohu vabohu vahoshek al panei tahom baruch Elohim merchefet. He would read it in Hebrew. He would read the Torah.
At Jesus' time, at Bible time, I'm not sure we had synagogue at the Bible time. But Jesus' time we had synagogues, right? Second Temple period, and later on, synagogue was like a cultural center. The kids studied here. Adult studied here. Events, bar mitzvah, brit milah, wedding was here. Somebody came from another town, it was too late, he could sleep here. So it served so many functions in the community. And it was so in many, many places till Second World War. Now it's a modern world. You have Google, you find a hotel, and that's it, everything. You come to only to pray. And if I ask my son to do his wedding in a synagogue, he won't listen to me anymore. Must go to a special hall, with the DJ. But until mid of 20th century, synagogue was still like the ancient one, a center of the community. So here we have an open sky here. So many doors or windows, so we don't have privacy to pray. Too many movement, too many things all around. And we have the pillars here, you see that? So we had tiles here, but this is the patio. What for? For everything. Wedding, women talks, whatever, kids. When we pray on Shabbat, we don't want the kids to disturb us. What we say, go play there. Want to see them playing? Come with me. There's something. Yeah. Who's going to win? You have to get to the center here.
So there's marks on the ground like a spiderweb.
Yeah, you have another one.
Yeah.
Look, if they weren't protected with a rope, it stayed here for 2,000 years because it was covered. Now it's open. So the kid could play here while the oldest are praying inside.
So games chiseled into the rock.
Right, 2,000 years games here. Yeah. But sometimes I think that I'm wrong. It is not connected with the kids. This is for the adult. It was Las Vegas here. The gambles near the in the synagogue.
Really?
No.
What was
I
going to say?
I want to be sure that you're listening. Okay, so this is Capernaum. Nice one, right?
Where did the women sit? Because I know that they were supposed to be separated.
I don't know that. Who decide? When they decide, I don't know that there is no sign, not in the Bible, not in the Second Temple period, not in Jesus' time, not before the 10th century, that men and women were separated. Practically today, no, they divide. They divide for 1,000 years. But the first time I find any sign of that say that we should divide between sexes, because the Rambam is talking about some questions about it. So at his time, it was the people ask about it. Okay. Anyway, from other books, you have some other people talking about it, but not before 10th century. So did you like the synagogue?
Oh, yes.
Look, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. What is all the rubbish here on the ground? This is more notes, so they just throw in here.
This is new.
They just throw the rubbish in there, and
it's not rubbish. It's written. There are wishes inside.
There are wishes, and it's like a wishing well now.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Peter's wishing well.
This is St. Peter's house.
Okay.
By the tradition, this is St. Peter's house. What do you see here? This is St. Peter's house? Do you think so? The mother of St. Peter's agreed to live in octagonal house, walls like this. Where is she supposed to put the closet? Peter's wife. Would you agree to live in such house? Such house? No window, nothing? Rectangular walls, parallel walls. Is this a house? This is a living house? Lived. I'm talking about those antiquities that you see here. No, this is not St. Peter's house.
Wait, hold on. Wait, say this again?
Oy vey. What you see here, this is not St. Peter's house. What you see here is the monument the Queen Helene built above the place that she recognized as St. Peter's house. So this is Byzantine. And that monument is called church, early church, not cross shape. Early church was octagonal or round construction, those that Helena built, like the Ascension Church in Jerusalem. So this was the shape of early churches, much close to small Roman temples on the mountains. Sometimes there are colonnades and a dome. This was the early churches at Helena's time. So she built here a church dedicated to Peter's house. So they wanted the Franciscan. They decided to be sure. They took away the floor. You see, mosaic floor over there. Very simple, very simple. But this was the floor of the Helena construction. They took away and they continued digging down there. What did they find? Look, the old walls, square walls of house, of a private house. So we have a private house here. So we have maybe St. Peter's house by tradition here. Above it we have the early church of Helena. And then they wanted to build another church but not destroy what is here. So they built the flying church.
The spaceship above.
Yeah, you see?
This is
Like
the
a
spaceship.
satellite here.
Yeah.
You have a flying church. Do you like the idea? No. You don't like the idea. So you have the St. Peter Church up there. In the center there is a hall to make you look to the crypt. And the crypt is Helena Church above St. Peter's house. This is the complex that you see here. Say oy vey. Okay.
Okay.
Awesome. Okay.
So what happens to all the wishes then that are on the floor here?
I know you're abusing people.
I'm referring to all the bits of paper, ladies and gentlemen, that's on the floor of just beyond the fence here, and people write their wishes down and throw it in. It's rather superstitious, obviously, but we see a lot of that now.